let me ask you, are you getting in the holiday spirit yet?
It's not even December.
Hey, Thanksgiving happens in November, you knob.
Yeah, but like the holiday spirit's really December, I feel.
No, don't stop it. I was looking at the calendar. A week from today, I start making cornbread for stuffing. So it's just the right consistency to crumble. It's holiday. You better get straight. You better get ready.
This is all you. You're welcome to have all this.
You know what? You need to do a gut check, a holiday gut check.
I'll do that when I eat your stuffing.
I am looking forward to stuffing.
It's very good. We can agree on that.
It is. Yeah, I guess. We'll take that. We'll take that as a holiday miracle. Welcome back to the channel. My name is John Minton. That right there is what? The Boy Wonder, best producer on BookTube. That's what you are.
That's way too high of a praise, but I'll take it.
No, everybody, look. That's what the kids are saying. That's what's written on the bathroom wall.
No one says that.
That's out there.
No one.
That is out there.
No. It's you and you alone. That's it.
No, it's on the bathroom wall now, so you know it's true.
What? No one's putting that on the bathroom wall. You the best salesman. That's what's on the bathroom wall.
I have a Sharpie in my pocket, and when I go into every bathroom,
I'm not using your bathroom anymore.
Don't think of that. I don't do that, but I should because it's true. It's absolutely true. Hey, let's get right to it because I think this excites me, and I know it's going to excite everyone else.
Everything excites you, but what do you got?
Yeah, you were at the production meeting, and I know, you know.
I was not at the production meeting.
Talk about holiday spirit. This is the last week that our outro music is our regular outro music. I think starting next week.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
I think starting next week we have a huge holiday surprise to drop. The outro music, thanks to a very, very kind person out there, and we'll be releasing the name and everything next week when we drop this. This is it.
That's exciting. I can't wait for that.
It is. It's very exciting. And also what's exciting is you read some this week. You were telling me.
I did. I'm about 100 pages into Empire Silence.
100 pages.
The audiobook did make a difference this week.
Yeah.
Clearly. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I will be honest, it is moving slower than I thought it would. But that's about as nitpicky as I can get.
Yeah. You've got to sink in. You find the world, you find the characters, you find the relationships. But when you think about that was written when Christopher was like 18, 19.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean,
it's pretty astounding.
That is Cocoa for Cocoa Puff Nuts right there.
And his character work is very strong. I'm really feeling the dimensionality of Hadrian and how he ticks. And, I'm really enjoying that most of all in the book.
And I love the time he takes, honestly, because he starts. I mean, there's no spoilers in a framing device for those that have not started the Sun Eater. You should. You start by, I ended this war by pretty much, genocide.
Yeah.
And you start from this young man and you see how he gets to that point and becomes that person to do it.
Which Dio on Discord was telling me that the introduction for this Broken Binding edition is different than the original printing.
I've heard that.
I thought this introduction actually gave a lot more context to the universe and the library that he has left this recording in, and I think it was a great introduction to the world, I thought.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I can't wait for you to get further. By the time you hit the end of this book, I think you see the glimmers of how broad this is going to be. You're going to be all in by the time you hit the end.
I can't wait. I feel that I'm at the same place where I was with the Gallant, where it's like, all right, now I'm in. I'm going to read this book every bit of free time that I have.
Yeah, isn't that the place to be?
It's a good feeling.
Isn't that the place to be? Yeah. Everyone out there knows what you're talking about. And hey, welcome to everybody. It is our favorite time. It is weekly reader time. I just had to get to the Boy Wonder reading because I thought that was awesome. Come in, grab a frosty beverage. It is the time that we talk about books, what's been going on in our week. I hope the holiday spirit is starting to hit you. I hope you had a great week with 5-star reads. I hope if you're here in the States and you're going to celebrate Thanksgiving, you're starting to make those plans to be with the loved ones coming up on Thanksgiving. I hope everything is great for you. And you know what he's talking about, this feeling of, that's it. I'm in. Every chance I get to pick up that book, I'm going to be picking up that book. So welcome to all of you. You know, I got some reading done this week.
I know you did. Several hundreds of pages, I'm sure.
Well, should I go through it?
Let's go through it. What did you do first?
Let's go through it. I finished Unbound by Michael R. Miller, Book 2 in the Songs of Chaos series. Oh, I was so excited to get back to the series, and it did not disappoint. Last week when we checked in, I can't remember where I was, but I have wrapped this up. I love that he split the POVs to all over the world. Every single one of these stories was just so satisfying. What a great wrap up. And I'm going to say it. I've been trying to get a lot of different authors in the indie world in. I read one indie book a month, and I've been trying to pick and do a lot of different things. And still, I have some plans for that. Don't get me wrong. But getting back to the Riverfall Chronicles by Jacqueline Hagan and the Songs of Chaos by Michael R. Miller, there's only one other book out for both of those series. Just one. And they are going to come up for me very quickly because I'm so enjoying these series. I want to get back to them as soon as possible and not put them off down the road while I'm trying other flavors of indie authors that I haven't got to. Since there's just one book left in both of these series, they're going to be coming up very soon in 2025, so I will be caught up with both these series. This is one of those, I'm telling you, if you have a young person in your life, and when I say young person, a young adult maybe, 13, 16, somebody that maybe they're not a big reader. Maybe you want to try reading something to them. Maybe you want a journey that you would love, and you start to see that sparkle in a young reader's eye that maybe hadn't caught the fire on reading yet, that maybe just doesn't understand the magic that can be in these pages. This could be a really great series. It's like, you know what? Let's read this together and let's hang out and talk. Young niece, young nephew, young son, daughter, what younger brother, younger sister, doesn't matter. This is one of those amazing portal books, gateway books that can just send somebody down that path of the love of reading that sticks with them forever. If I'd have found this when I was a young person, as opposed to who I did find, which was Tolkien and T.H. White and C.S. Lewis, this would have done it for me. The characters of Holt and Talia and Ash and Pyre and Rake, and there's just so many great ones in here. I could go on. But this book 4 is coming up. No, book 3. This was book 2. So book 3 is out.
Man, you were jumping the gun.
I'm jumping the gun because I think book 4 is coming soon. And we will find out when we talk to him at Dragonsteel. But book 3 is going to come up real soon for me. I'm not going to put it off like I did before. This and the Riverfall Chronicles books, they're going to be coming up quickly in rotation. Because this was a fun ride. I really, really enjoyed it.
Knew you were going to. Michael R. Miller.
Yeah. I you know what? I'm like that kid in the candy shop, man. I just want to try you get a stack and I'm grabbing for every flavor when I know, I love some of this. I needed to get back to it sooner, and I will not make that mistake again. Then I went to the book club with the Misses pick for this month.
And?
The Other Valley by Mr. Scott Alexander Howard. Look, the Missus rarely chases me down the hall with a book in her hand saying, oh, you have to. The second she finished this, she chased it down the hall. So we knew it had to be a selection for book club with the Missus, where she comes on and takes over the channel and we talk about a book that we've both read and we break it down and have a great time. So she chased me down the hall. So because she chased me down the hall, I actually reached out to Mr. Scott Alexander Howard. He is going to be joining us for book club with the Missus this coming week. And I am so glad I reached out. I am so glad we chose this as a selection. This is one of those, there's those rare books that not only does it take you on a ride, does it tell you a story, does it make you feel things, does it give you that emotional punch, but it also makes you think. And then there's those books that take it a step further and make you think not only about what's happening with these characters, what's going on in this book, you start thinking about your own life and how you look at things. This book caused me to spend a lot of time. It's a slim volume, but it would still cause me to set it down and consider how I think about time, the perception of the construct of time that brings definition to my life. I understand things through the lens of time, how much time I have to do this, what's expected of me at this time and where I need to be for that. All these kind of things. Time is you can't get away from it. It's pervasive in our lives. Yeah, I've got to be at work at a certain time. I want to be home at a certain time. I hope I have time for this. I hope I have time to read. Time is always there. It's something that never goes away. But our perception of it, how that construct of how we see the world through the lens of time, I would have to set this book down and think about it several times. And it made me want to make some changes in my life about how I see time. It made me want to make some changes in my life about how I use my time, not only how I see my time. So I think I am extremely thankful for the missus to chase me down the hall, because this was not only a very fun story and an emotional story and a well-told story, but it was a story that I think might change who and how I am going forward in the perception of that construct of time. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I broke down the book, what it's about, a little bit last week while I was into it. I'm not going to do that again this week because, again, this coming week we have our time, me and the missus, with Mr. Scott Alexander Howard. And we are going to break everything down. We are going to do non-spoilers for a while and just talk about broad, vague things of him and an artist and how he came to this project and what he hoped to achieve with it, all that kind of amazing things. Because if you haven't read this book yet, I want you to. I want you to find it. So it's going to be open for everyone, non-spoiler free. And then after a bit of time of that, we are going to get into the nitty-gritty of spoilers and then just break it all down like we do on Book Club with the Misses here on the channel. So coming up this week, you don't want to miss that. And if you didn't hop on board with us with the Discord discussions, oh man, this was so much fun. Now on Discord, we're talking about all these reads all month with you, going back and forth, having a great time. So if you haven't done that, that's right down there for you, along with all our other stuff, right? What do we got? Tons of stuff down there.
Twitter, Instagram, loads of stuff.
Yeah, all that's down there for you to check out. Patreon, all that kind of stuff is down there for you. Check it out if you're interested, because we have a great time, and I absolutely hope you join us for our discussion coming up this week. Hey, just a quick break from the show to say a very special thank you to all of our correspondents, our directors, and our producers here that help us build the channel. Together, they do so many things. They help us make decisions. They help us keep the lights on and keep rolling, all the way up to taking over our channel once a month and getting their content on our channel. If you're interested and you have any questions about it, right down there in the description box under the Patreon link, you can find out all about it. And just a very special thank you to all of these people. Now, back to the show. After that,
what'd you do after
you know
that?
what it was time for.
Oh,
you know what it was time for. It was time. Look, Dragonsteel is looming. Talk about I need time to set things up. Dragonsteel is coming up next month, like in a week's, dude. Couple weeks. It's the first week of December.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh no, that's terrifying.
Yes. So we're going to have so much fun going. It's going to be such an amazing time, but I've got to be ready for Winded Truth. I've got to be finished. I've got to cross that finish line of the COSMERE catch-up. So it was time for the big whomper of the month, Rhythm of War by Mr. Brandon Sanderson. This is the finish line of my catch-up, man. Ready for Dragonsteel 2024. I'm a good 500 plus pages in. By the end of the day, I should be right at the halfway mark, 600 pages in. And
how you feeling about it?
I've heard such different things. I've heard from people, don't listen to the naysayers. This is my fave. Love this one. Love this book. I've heard people say, this is like, you know what? I got a new stereo system, and this was like the instructions to set it up. It was like junior high biology class, and it was my least favorite. Still a good ride, you know. I love the Stormlight, but this was my least favorite of the bunch. So I've heard all different kind of things. So where am I going to come down on this? And it's weird. 500 pages in, I've had both experiences.
Really?
I've had absolutely both experiences. When I was right around page 250, 300, I was like, oh my gosh, this is such. Forget about a world. Forget about forget about world building. Forget about my tongue staying on its rollers because it's going to snap right off. And I'm not going to have the power of language for much longer. Forget about world building. This is universe spanning, cosmic. There's a spiritual level. There's a cognitive level. There's a physical level, and it spans across a whole universe. It's all these plates on sticks going at one time, back at the Ed Sullivan Show, and one guy twisting those sticks to keep those plates in the air. And I was thinking to myself when I'm about 250, 300 pages in, oh my God, I have read 3,000 pages of the story at this point. I want to know more. I want to understand more of what's going on. I've got a really good grasp of the physical reality. My characters that I love, Dalinar and Shallan and Kaladin and Adolin and Navani and all. I got a good idea there, but these stories of these shards and these Sons of Honor, this group, and the Heralds and the Knights Radiant, and all of them have an agenda and wants and desires and the fused. And they're all setting their pieces on the board, and they're trying to win, and they're trying to do the best of what they think is the best for their people and others out on this world of Roshar. And it's like it just wasn't coming together for me. It just wasn't. I was spending my time thinking it's like this should be clicking into place for me. I should be understanding more 3,000 pages in, even though it is vast, right? And then somewhere, that was around 250, 300 pages in. Then somewhere right around, I'm going to go between the 350 to 400, it started clicking for me. I started seeing the motivations of some of these groups, all the way back to Odium and some of these other shards at the very top of this pyramid of the wants and desires of all the character groups going on here. I started to understand their motivations and what they want and how it's powering this story and how it's moving things forward, all the way down from that celestial level down to the physical level. It started working for me. I started putting it all together. And I started to hit that just like you were talking about, buddy. Like, I can't wait to get back to this book. I know I've got to do this. It's Sunday morning. I've got chores. I got to clean my house. I got to do different things. I got to break the vacuum out. I got to chase poo around with the vacuum. But I can't wait to sit down this afternoon and get back to this because it's all coming together now. And I'm not quite sure where I left off my all-time list of where Stormlight was, but I'm feeling it might move up. I'm getting that feeling now.
Really? Okay.
So I kind of had both experiences while I was reading this number 4 of the Stormlight Archive, Rhythm of War. So it's been, journey before destination, my friends. It's been quite the journey. And I started focusing on destination. I started focusing on, shouldn't I know? Shouldn't I understand? Shouldn't this be clear? Why is it not slotting into place? And then journey before destination. And it all started working for me. And I'm back to just so enjoying this. I would have to look at my list and see where I left it off. I think it might be moving up. I'm really where the characters are and what's going on with them just on the physical level, these characters that you've just taken into your soul. At this point, the only gripe I would have, and you know me, I'd like some more Dalinar.
Well, yeah, that's the complaint you're going to have for every book, unless Dalinar is in every single chapter.
But where he is as a character, where he left off from book 3 and what he did there, the move that he made there at the end, impacting his world in here, it's so great to see. And then Kaladin's personal journey, just this story of the shattered planes in this broken world trying to be put together again by the broken people that have to understand their own shortcomings and overcome them to be able to rise to the level that the destiny needs them to do, to put this world together that is living through this cyclical, ongoing desolations of rising and falling to the civilization. It's like, wow, it's really, really tuned in and enjoying it now. Can't wait to finish. And I should be finished by, I'm going to say, when we're here for the next weekly reader.
Well, yeah. I guess that's enough days.
Yeah.
Give you a week.
That's enough days. I should be finished. So one thing left on our TBR for the month of November, and that is the Patreon winner.
Oh, it came in. Great. Okay.
It came in. I have it. Dogs of War by Adrian Tchaikovsky. I cannot wait to read this. All I know about this, I know nothing about this story. All anyone will tell me is Rex is a very, very good boy, and I think this is going to hit me right here. I think I might be a puddle at the end of this. I'm feeling this is going to be very, very emotional for me. And I'm so in love with Service Model. Had such a great time with that book. I can't read to read more Tchaikovsky. This will absolutely come up next. And looking at the calendar, counting days, this is the cool part. I think I have more time. That's
Seriously?
the end of our TBR. But I think I have more time. And I'm going to set sail. I'm getting back to One Piece.
Oh, boy.
We are assembling a crew. We are putting a crew together. I'm going to set sail. I'm going to get on board. I'm going to have a group to talk with as we go through. I think we have a plan of when to get together for the first time. And I'm not quite sure when that is, but I'm at volume 4. I'm absolutely going to get through volume 4 this month, so I will be ready. I think our first talk will be in February.
Okay, so I got time.
You got time. And
Okay.
you got 1 through 3. As soon as I'm done, I can pass these to you so you have them.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. So I'm excited to get back on board. Even though I'm such a newbie. I know I'm just a Schwab. A Schwab. I'm just going to be like, mopping the decks. But I'm excited to be part of this crew and get back on board. And I think I might have more time.
How is that possible?
I think I might have more time. Looking at the calendar, I think I might. I'm excited about this. Small little bits and bobs I could squeeze in here at the end of the month. How about the next novella to Rob J. Hayes' God Eater series that I got on Kickstarter? I really loved the first one so much. How about grabbing Deathless, the second one? Because it's just a novella. It's kind of short. I think I can get through this before the end of the month. So I'm going to throw this on the stack too.
Because get through, like 9 books this month?
Hey, it's not a contest. We're not counting. It's just all fun. And then I think I might have time for one more. Another little, just a little, look, I'm missing the Queen. I am missing the Queen. So I want to grab this novella that I've been told to read it after Farseer and before or somewhere in Live Ship Traders, which is the next trilogy. I can't wait. I miss the Queen. If I can grab this and fit this in this month, The Willful Princess and the Piebald Prince by Robin Hobb. This gets me back to the world of Farseer, and let me tell you, I'm missing it. So I think I can squeeze this in before the end of November as well.
Your wrap up for this month is going to be crazy.
It's going to be exciting is what it's going to be. So I hope we can make all that happen. So that's an exciting announcement. Hey, last week on the channel, you remember what we did? Because it was a week.
I don't remember.
It was a week. We updated my top 10 standalone list after a year.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Yeah, look, this is the way we do lists here on this channel. You guys that are joining me, coming on this reading journey with me, we get to look back over a year and go, okay, how many standalones did I read? Did it impact the list? Did it change things? Did these reads make me a little bit of a different person? Am I looking at these books differently? Maybe I want to be a little bit more critical and add in my review matrix to kind of... I did all that this year, and the list changed quite a bit after this year. So I think the next list coming up that's a year... it's been a year will be fantasy series, I think.
Oh, that'll be a big one. Yeah.
Or maybe sci-fi series. We'll have to look. We'll have to see what's the next one coming up on a year. And of course, like best books of the 2024. So all that, I think we're having that year moment for all of that.
Well, question. We're
checking back in.
Before you update your top 10 fantasy series, are you going to wait till you finish Wind and Truth?
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm not updating that until 2025. So Wind and Truth will be finished.
Okay.
Or the first arc of it will be finished.
Sure.
Because book 5 hits in December.
Yeah.
So we did that. Exciting because, anytime we get to relook at a list and how it's changing as our journey goes is always fun for us. And then the other thing is we had Talking with Tubers on Thursday night. We got to hang out with Leslie Smith from the Nerdy Narrative. Oh, come on. How cool is Leslie? It was so much fun. It was everything I knew it was going to be. You know, just meeting somebody and being able to talk to him back and forth. It was such a blast. She is such an amazing person. We had so much fun. We got to go deep into our horror roots because we have loved reading horror for so many years. And just, I think we blew up everybody's TBR that likes to read horror. I know she blew up mine. I've got lists and lists and lists after talking with her. So that was absolutely an amazing time. It was a party. I mean, that was just like a party.
I think that's one of your favorite things to do is just sit down and hang out with people and talking with tubers.
It was so much fun. Thanks everyone for joining or that came in and watched after. You guys are absolutely the best. Make this journey that we're taking just, I can't even describe it, so fulfilling for us. So coming up this week.
I have no idea. Before you even ask, I have no idea.
Look, you were at the production meeting.
No, I wasn't. The production meeting is held in your head at night before you go to sleep, and I am not there.
Yeah, but in my head at night, you were there.
And
I was talking to you, and you were enthused, and you were excited about what's coming up next week. Part of it I just talked about. Tuesday.
Yes, yeah, you're right.
Our discussion for Book Club with the Misses, me and the Misses, the lovely Amy, will be joining me here, and we will be talking with Mr. Scott Alexander Howard all about the Other Valley. That will be happening Tuesday. I'm so excited. Please check it out. Again, it'll be spoiler-free in the beginning, so even if you didn't get to this book, give it a look-see. This is something you should check out. It's a debut you can get at the beginning of this exciting writer's journey right from the get-go. If you like time travel stories, if you like thoughtful sci-fi that quite could possibly change how you look at the world after you read it, this could be something that you want to take a look at. That discussion will be dropping on Tuesday. Cannot wait. It's going to be so exciting. And then Thursday...
Well, really quickly, if you are a patron and you did read along with that book and you have questions for the author, drop them in the Discord so that you can ask
Drop them in the Discord so we make sure we have those, and can't promise all of them will be asked because we have a lot of questions ourselves, but big chance we could maybe get those in for you. So absolutely drop those in Discord. Thursday, dude, it's our favorite thing. It's our favorite time of the month.
Is it really already?
Dude, because the holidays, it's a bit early.
So fast. Okay. Yeah, that's exciting.
So fast. Thursday is Town Square. It is that time we turn the camera around. We let our patrons, we let our community take over the channel. It's going to be all about what they want to say, what they've been reading, how the books have been hitting them, what they want us to know. Town Square is the most exciting thing we do here. Once a month, they take over our channel. They share our channel, our correspondents, our directors, our producers, and they are going to just, it's going to be, let me tell you, every month they blow me away.
Oh yeah. I've been checking the email. We're getting a lot of submissions this month. I'm really excited.
Oh, it's going to be a good one. Going to be a good one.
Josh O'Brien sent his in last night. I'm sure he did something.
Ooh. Oh, he did something. He has a lot to live up to from last month. I'm telling you, what an amazing group. Can't wait to turn the channel over to them because let's face it, we're just flailing around here.
Yeah.
We're doing the best.
This video and every other video.
And every other video we put out. I mean, we're doing the best we can, which is a sad state of affairs.
It's not a lot, yeah.
So the only other thing I just want to drop and say something about coming up next week is on Wednesday night, the 20th at 6 o'clock Eastern. I cannot wait for this. The reason I told you I'm missing my queen, I am missing the world. I'm going to be on Derri's channel. Derri's read it already. The most in this little corner of BookTube, I see her as the authority on all things Robin Hobb. She has read through the Elderlings. I seriously think it's like 12 times.
12 times?
I believe it's somewhere in that neighborhood. Like, she knows this world and this series, and she has invited me as a newbie into Robin Hobb's world and Robin Hobb's series to come on and talk about the Queen and every other thing that we can think of to talk about. So we're going to put a link down here for Derri's read it already.
Absolutely.
Wednesday, the 20th, 6 o'clock Eastern. Join me and just one of the most lovely, lovely people on BookTube. Just so genuine and delightful. And I can't. And we've had to change up our timelines because she's coming all the way from New Zealand. I get to sit and talk with a book lover in New Zealand. And I cannot wait to meet Derri and chat with her about all things Hobb and otherwise. So that will be this coming Wednesday. So it's going to be a very, very, very exciting week. Very, very.
Very. Wow, I didn't know all that was happening this week. That's cool.
If you would come to the production meetings.
Then have them. Have the production meetings.
It happens all up here, man.
You have my phone number. You are free to call me anytime.
Do you know what goes on up here? It's like fireworks 24/7. It doesn't even matter that it's daylight. They're just going. It doesn't even matter that people they come to the lakeside to see the fireworks show and it's broad daylight and they can't even see what's happening. It's all happening up here. Just me all by myself alone.
Something
is happening.
Is wrong with you. It is 10:30 a.m. on a Sunday morning. There's no reason you should be this amped up.
Let me tell you, I'm pretty excited. It's been such an amazing week and a new one coming up. So that's it for us, unless you want to talk about something.
I wish I had more to talk about, but I do not.
Yeah, but you absolutely do not.
And I never will.
You're a young person. You should be out living life.
Nah.
Okay, I tried. Everybody, I tried. So last thing is what I've been watching. I am still caught up on Shrinking on Apple Plus. I enjoy that show quite a bit. It's a really fun time. Harrison Ford, Jason Segel. There's some laughs. There's some poignancy. It's if you're looking for a show that'll tug at your heartstrings a little bit, that's a great one. The next thing I'm doing is I will be catching up on Cobra Kai because I know new episodes dropped. So probably starting today or this evening, I'm going to be trying to binge through all those new episodes of Cobra Kai because that is just nostalgia that is fun off the chart. And then after that, I know Silo is back on Apple Plus, so I might wait for a few episodes to stack up there, but I won't be able to wait too long because that is an amazing show. If you've not tried Silo on Apple Plus, I absolutely recommend it. Season 1 was phenomenal. They did such a great job of adapting that trilogy. Check it out if you haven't already. I would highly recommend it. And that's it for us. That is it for us. What kind of week did you have? Let us know. Hit us up in comments. The whole reason we started this channel was to talk about books with people that love books, the kind of books that we love. And it has been so life-changing for us. I answer your comments as quickly as I possibly can because it's the whole reason we're here. I love chatting with you. So hit us up. And while you're down there, that little thumbs up button, you might not even think about it, but it helps us do everything. It helps us meet new people. It helps us grow. It helps us bring new people into this group to talk about books about. So just hit that thumbs up button for us. And you know what? Maybe this is your first time stopping by just to see what the heck is a weekly reader. What has this doofus been reading? Or a couple times you've been here, but you haven't hit that subscription button yet. It takes no time at all. Boop, like a microsecond, and you're done. And you're in. You're in. You're part of the group. Join the Discord. Hang out with us. Talk books. This is the most amazing group of people I've ever had the privilege to be a part of. And at the cost of hitting a button, you can be too. Let me tell you, so simple, and it will absolutely give you a tingle. And that is it for our weekly reader.
It is indeed another week.
It is indeed another week, another fun week. Thanks so much for joining us. I hope the week coming up is stunningly splendid for you. I hope the holiday season is starting to come upon all of us and we walk a little bit lighter and we have a little bit more joy and we have a little bit more giving spirit to everyone that's walking the planet around us as well. I hope those types of thoughts and feelings start to hit you in this holiday year, in this holiday time of the year. And if you're still here, that tells me you are book people. And in my book, that makes you the best people. Thank you so much. My name is John Minton. That is...
I am left out of the production meetings, apparently.
You know what? You're on the call sheet. Production meeting. I think you're the second name. Up here.
You're really
There's
just
a call sheet.
You're cementing
It's
yourself
posted.
as the Mr. Rogers of BookTube, and then you just gaslight me at the end of every video.
I like to keep people guessing. Thanks so much for joining us right here on Talking Story.